What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Prodigy Podcast. Today, I have my boy here, Henry Rodriguez. How are you, bro?
Pretty blessed, and you, brother?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Yeah, thank you for having me on.
Yeah. So tell us about yourself, like where you're from, like what's new, what's been going on.
All right, so basically, I'm born and raised from Dodge City, but my parents are from El Salvador.
Right.
Sadly, I can't say like you that I was from over there, but basically, my main goals are to be a righteous child of God,
right?
To be a good HVAC technician, and to be a motivational speaker. Those are like the three things that I'm trying to go for to be.
Oh yeah.
Especially a child of God. That's a big thing that I've been trying to get into.
I met Henry at Avin's party, right?
Yeah, at a little function. So out of nowhere. I was like, "What's your name?" You're like,
yeah.
"I'm Marlon." Bro.
I seen you around, but like I was like, I was just too shy to say what.
I think we had wits together. We might have, but I think you were in A group. Yeah, I was in B group. I was a little bitch, bro. Whenever I was in no, because, bro, when we did sleds, I threw up, bro. You threw up? The first day I threw up.
I threw up on the first day with the 300s, like when running back and forth, bro.
No, bro, I couldn't do it because I had a shave.
Really?
Yeah. When did you start working out?
I started working out. So like Adolfo, he kind of motivated me towards that way to like start
working out
for so long, bro.
Bro, yeah, I saw like on his Instagram.
Yeah, he's been working out since he was like 14, and he like told me that to go with him like consistently, and like I kind of regret because I was like kind of lazy.
Yeah.
And then I was
like, a lot of self-discipline, bro, and consistency.
Like I was like I'm so skinny, but like I feel like I've like been going a lot more and staying consistent too. But like it's still something I regret not going, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fucking built.
Yeah, like, bro. He's a gorilla, bro. Yeah. Especially with his build. I was watching his deadlifts. I was like, damn, bro. And I saw you doing 3 plays.
Yeah, bro.
I was like, damn, bro. That's one workout that I haven't actually done at the gym yet.
The deadlifts?
No, I haven't done
that. Like, it works every part of your body.
Yeah, it's like a whole core workout. Yeah, I'm probably going to do that my next leg day. I've just recently been getting into the gym.
Did you go to the gym today?
No, it's closed because of Memorial
Day. Oh, is it closed?
I was hyped. I was like, I'm gonna hit chest. I watched a Trent Twins video.
Oh, yeah.
Trent Twins? They're just loud, bro.
Little mini peckers.
Yeah, bro. I was like, that watching them, it just gets me so pumped. And then I saw that it was closed. I was like,
damn. So, you don't have the 24-hour pass?
Nah, I mean, it's just like $10 at once, huh?
Yeah.
One of my homies, he's like, it's such a good investment, but I haven't gotten it yet. But
damn.
With like the gym, I realized like what's really important is it's not about focusing on like the results, but focusing on getting the consistency down.
Right.
Because I feel like that's how you keep a good habit is focusing on how to get it down, not make it too hard versus looking in the mirror every day looking for a difference. I got that from like, I want to say around December, I started reading books, like self-help books. And I got that from Atomic Habits. I really recommend that one. I actually brought a few right here to recommend and show you, but Atomic Habits is a really good book. Do you read?
I don't, bro. I hate reading.
No, don't say that, bro.
I hate reading.
You can't say you hate reading. That's how you get knowledge, bro. I saw an Andrew Tate video. He's like fuck reading. Reading is for fucking nerds. So like, bro, that's how you learn.
That's how you learn knowledge.
Yeah.
It's chill, but I mean, like,
honestly,
do you think are you a bit supportive of Andrew Tate?
Bro, I'm gonna be straight up. I made a Snapchat post, bro. I don't like him at all.
You don't like him at all?
It's because I think he's really like misogynistic, bro. It's because when I say this like out of a place of respect, because I've seen some of his videos, but I think he makes some content for insecure guys so he can make money off of them. Like, you know what, this whole Hustle University thing?
Yeah, I heard about that.
I think that was just a bunch of guys that were just trying to get it, but I don't think I think it was
actually meant it.
I think it was like a pyramid scam, just for him to get money. But there's sometimes where he'll be like, okay, I guess that's a good point, but he's not the first one to say it. It's just that he has that platform, so that's why he's able to say, and it sounds woke, and it's coming from him.
Right.
I mean, yeah, he's rich. Yeah, he lives with a bunch of models, but like other than that, is that really like an admirable thing of a person, of a man? That's why I don't really look up to him. Like, there was like a time period where I was like, I understand why people like him, but it's not for me. Do you like him?
For like kind of the same thing what you were saying too, is like for a period I used to like look up to him too, because the things he would say about like guys, like we're like too much of like we're like pussies, you know, we're like weak minded, we let women control us. And I'm like, yeah, I mean he's right too, but at the same time he's being kind of like a douche towards women.
Yeah, bro, he's extremely that.
Yeah, and something that's why I saw like a video of him being interviewed with the woman, like I can just tell like why women don't like him.
Yeah,
It
no
was like
shit.
I forgot what video it was called. It was like this pretty model, and then he like came in like all dressed in
I've
well.
seen, was it like kind of like at a bar?
Yeah, in a bar.
Yeah, I've seen
Exactly.
that one. He prepared for that one, bro. He had the answers loaded up. He was like, no. Like, he
The
was
way he
ready
does
to.
that shit.
Yeah, bro. He's like the Matrix. Like, bro, chill out.
What did you think when you got arrested, bro?
I think he should have stayed in there,
You
bro.
should have stayed.
Respectfully, I'm gonna say that out there. I think he should have stayed in. I don't know if he actually did it. I wouldn't be surprised though.
I don't know. I don't know either.
I don't know how he got all that money. Like what he did? He just did kickboxing, bro.
He did kickboxing. I mean, he does a lot of investment, like in stocks. He does bitcoins, but like at the same time,
Do you do stocks?
I don't even know how that even works, honestly.
I have a book for that shit,
Yeah.
bro. Yeah, it's
Show me some of those books you got.
Yeah, for sure. I bought 3, bro. One of them I stole, bro. God forgive me, bro. But
God forgive.
this one's called The Psychology of Money, bro. This one talks a lot about the stock market.
Oh yeah.
Basically, just how it works. Yeah, I'm like, look at that bookmark. Fucking look. I got like I want to say 3/4 in it, and it has a lot of good points. But one big point that it has that I really like is it's big on not being obsessed with materialistic objects. You know, because when people say like I want to be a millionaire, it's because they want to spend $1 million. That's the opposite of being a millionaire. You know, it's to be wealthy enough to support your family, to give to others, not so you can buy this car or you know have the jewelry or whatever. But that's just how I've always viewed money, and I never really cared for like name brand clothing.
Oh, okay.
I respect gym rat gear though.
Thank you,
I want to buy some.
Yeah.
I really do, but
got you.
Those Wendy's checks ain't cutting it. That's all I'm gonna say. But
Dang.
I'm trying to get an HVAC job. I just finished.
Oh yeah. What made you want to start doing HVAC?
Honestly, bro, like the first thing that comes to my head is validation from my dad.
What does he do? Is he like?
He worked at the plant for like 30 years.
Oh really?
Yeah, so like he's like a manual labor type guy.
Oh okay.
So like I never like if I were to think of like a job that would like get his approval, it'd be like HVAC, lineman, electrical, CDL, something like that. And HVAC, the thought of it just kind of seemed cool to me, and I didn't want to just be drifting, you know. So I didn't want to just be out of high school doing nothing. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna just pick HVAC and just go with it. First year teacher's kind of a.
I'm gonna say names, but
you know he's getting there. I don't know how different he is from when we had him, but
I think he was the same.
It was
what Eduardo would tell me, it'd be like the same thing.
Yeah, bro. But to be honest though, he's a great guy though.
Yeah.
He really is a good guy. He's just a goof. But once you get to the second year teacher, that's where it's at. And I try to tell people that are going into it to always ask him for questions. To be honest, anytime you're trying to learn anything, always ask for questions. That's the best way you learn. Who cares if you fail or if you look funny? Yeah. You know, you got to have that courage to fail, to be laughed at, to look funny, so you can actually succeed at it. Yeah. You know, we succeed the most when we fail the most.
That's actually how I feel when you were saying, like, I mean, who cares if you look stupid? I mean, at the same time,
you're doing it.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's your career, bro.
Yeah,
it's your life.
It's better to fail than to never try.
Yeah.
And then have that regret of
like if you're not failing, you're not even trying.
Exactly. Yeah. Like I'd rather look dumb as long as I'm doing it safe. Look dumb, have people laugh at me than for me to sit back and laugh at that person that's trying. You know.
You know what I miss about the first years is cookouts, bro.
Dude, he throws it down though. He throws it down. Like, bro, he'd make us all fat, bro.
every
he's like, fuck it, I'm gonna eat good. These motherfuckers are gonna eat good too. But once you get to, I'm gonna just say that once you get to Glenn, bro, he is a really good instructor. And I was in a really dark place for a long time, and I didn't know how to reach out. And he was the first person that seemed really vulnerable. So I was like, I think I can. It's like after class, I'd talk to him, and what he taught me. Well, I don't know if you've ever noticed, but he has a fat ass cross tattoo.
Yeah, he told me when he saw mine. He's like, I like your style.
No way. Yeah, y'all like twins. I didn't even realize that y'all got the. I'm gonna get back to that later because I'm really into that right now. But he was really vulnerable. He doesn't try to be someone else, and I feel like as a man, that's what a lot of people try to be. They try to portray that, and I don't mean to sound pretentious when I say this. By the way, I don't mean to sound like wise or anything, because I'm still learning. I'm still taking the baby steps. I'm just barely learning all this knowledge. But he was really vulnerable with his stuff. He didn't try to be someone else. Like he'd be like, yeah, I grew up I'm not gonna say his stuff, but hearing him say it felt really courageous as a man who's like that old to be open about himself. And I was like, I want to be like that, so people can talk to me. I feel like that's how you attract people, is listen you listen to their suffering and empathy.
Right.
And I got that from him.
Right. What he told us is he after school he work on the HVAC every single day, trying to get it down. He's been doing it for a long ass time.
Bro. He's been doing it for 30 years.
30 years.
Yeah, and then he's just doing it. He's doing this for 5 years, and then he's retiring. Yeah, I mean he's pretty much chilling. I mean compared to what he was doing before.
Yeah.
But I love that guy, bro. I want to drive out to Garden just to see him.
Yeah.
And I actually tried applying for a few HVAC jobs in Garden, hoping that maybe I can see him sometime. But I have to wait right now, see what the HVAC jobs say.
Damn.
I heard that you applied at Stewart's.
I was trying to apply at Stewart's, yeah, bro.
I'm hoping that you get a job there too. Yeah. I applied there too. It'd be badass if we worked there together. And then
when did you apply?
Literally either Friday or Thursday.
Oh, so just recently?
Yeah, just recently. And I'll probably call them back and see what's up. But
yeah, for sure.
With Weber, I applied, but they're full.
Yeah, so that's what I heard too.
The rumor has it that someone's gonna leave soon though. So I went in and I applied real quick, and I met the guy. And si Dios quiere, that's what I say.
Have you met Mike, the big guy? Mike?
No, Mike Weber.
Yeah.
No, but I think I met his son, Steven.
Steven Weber.
Steven, yeah, I met him. I shook his hand, but he just straight up told me, which I actually liked. He was just straight up like, "We're full right now." I was like, "That's cool, bro. I'm not gonna." When my
tripping, I mean, unless you tried it.
Yeah, when my parents always said to my mom's like, "Si Dios quiere,"
Have you tried it with Black Hills Energy?
I haven't.
Yeah, I mean they do pretty much the same thing.
Is it HVAC?
Yeah, it's
when I think of Black Hill, I think of electrical work.
I mean they do both of the same things too, but it's mostly HVAC.
I don't know. Are they hiring right now?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Because I talked to one of the guys because my blower motor had blown out. And then I had called the guy because, I don't know how to fucking order one.
Yeah, I know.
And then the guy came, he's like, yeah, you found the problem. He's like, how are you going to fix it? I'm like, I don't know, that's why you're here.
What the fuck? That ass?
Yeah.
The Black Hill guy? He was like, I don't know.
I was in my first year at college, bro.
He thought that you were going to be able to fix it?
Yeah, I told him, I don't know, bro.
I'm going to be honest, even though it's a 2-year class, there's still a lot. And what made me mad is I didn't apply myself. Do you feel like you applied yourself pretty good?
Yeah.
Asking questions?
I feel like I'm always because with my group, my class, it was only 7 of us.
That's good though.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest.
I told the professor, I'm not made look stupid, but I like putting myself out there first. So he'd be like, he wants to go first, I put myself up first.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You gotta step up and actually try.
I mean, if you look stupid, man, at least you try.
At least you tried. I mean, there's no shame in looking stupid, bro.
Yeah, I mean, with the sheet metal, bro, that shit came out fucked up.
Oh yeah, bro, my shit was messed up too. But did he have you guys do the dumb shit where you'd had to do with paper?
Yeah, it was kind of pointless.
How long did you guys have to do that for?
We did that for 2 weeks, bro.
Bro, we did that for 3 weeks.
3 weeks?
3 weeks, we just went in, bro, we studied, and then it was just cutting paper.
I'm I think we get the point,
bro. But low key, though, it actually did teach you, though.
Yeah.
I actually kind of miss working with sheet metal. But with Glenn, it's a lot of just troubleshooting with the gauges and
really?
And electrical, too. He teaches you more electrical. I don't really remember much from the first year, bro. I do remember a lot of cookouts. I remember a lot of it's because he's funny, bro. But bro. Towards the end, it was damn, I haven't really learned anything.
Yeah.
I feel like I haven't really changed much from the start.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely stick with it and get a relationship with Glenn.
Yeah. And
he really talked. What I love about him, and it's not like he'd preach in front of class, but after class, for I'm gonna switch the topic if you don't mind. But are you're religious, right?
Yeah.
Are you Catholic or Christian? Just
Catholic.
Curious. Yeah, I know that they're all pretty much the same thing, just different I guess methods. You guys do the Virgin. You guys worship the.
Yeah, Virgin Mary, a lot of saints.
The saints. Yeah. So that's what I realized the difference, but it's pretty much the same. But he would talk about how strong his faith was, and then one day I was after class, I was like, where should I start in the Bible? I want to start reading it because I was reading a bunch of self-help books. And one self-help book that was really good is Not Giving a Fuck It's this orange book. It's called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. It literally teaches you that, and it's not like go act and be stupid, not give a fuck. Right. It's like just be yourself. You know, don't try to be someone else, and also find your values. And I wish I had the book with me, but I have it on my phone. I don't want to pull out my phone, but there's like 4 values that he says to stay away from, and those 4 values are also in the Bible for the most part. But he really got me into God and Christianity all over again.
Okay.
Yeah. Have you always been religious like all of your life? I guess, have you always had a relationship? That's what he said was, he's like, I don't say it's a religion, I say it's a relationship.
It is, because I mean, there's times where I feel so distant with him, but I know he's there.
He's always present.
Yeah, he's always there.
Yeah, he's always watching.
I guess I started being more religious when I started going like the communion classes. That's when like I finally felt like different. I felt more. Yeah.
How old were you for those?
Man, I was like, it was me and Adolfo, bro. We were like 20 ones
y'all been tight for a while. Like,
I know this since kindergarten, bro.
Yeah, I listened to that on the podcast.
Yeah, we went there together, and then we were like, it was like the beginning of freshman year, bro. So, yeah, like during that time, I was.
That's a really good age, though.
Yeah,
because like you're pretty mature and you understand it for the most part.
And I mean, it was just, I don't know how to explain. Like I want to sound corny or like.
Nah, bro, there's nothing corny about like your faith.
Like, I don't know, I just felt so, like, I felt at peace. I felt like happy.
I'm gonna straight up say I feel loved. Even whenever I don't feel loved by people around me, I don't feel the presence. I definitely feel it from him and for reading his word. But for like a long time, like, because I used to grow up going to church.
Yeah.
And around like, I want to say 14, I stopped going. Just because people moved away that I was really close with. And that kind of brought me down to this dark hole of like smoking way too much pot. I'll get into that later. I'm more than happy to talk about that. But for a long time, like, I stopped hearing like that voice, you know, of telling you like, hey, you shouldn't be doing this. I didn't feel his presence. And it's just because I didn't make the effort to actually like strengthen my faith. And I realize that's really important. And also just talking about it, asking questions, because it's really important to have that type relationship with him and not be ashamed to talk about it and find the right people that you can talk to it about. And that's why Glenn really helped me feel that way. And he really helped me out and for the better too. He just told me like start reading at the book of John.
Oh really?
Because I didn't understand what the Bible was. Do you understand like basically like
I know the new like I know there's like 2 parts to the Bible. It's like the first.
The Old Testament
and the New Testament, yeah.
But like, do you ever read it on your own? Or
I don't. I've never actually read the Bible.
That's what I try posting on my social media. Is like I posted like these few snippets. There's this channel called the Bible Project, and it explains basically what the Bible is. Because for the longest time, I thought I used to think it was just one big ass book that someone wrote, but it's actually 60. I wish I had it, but the carriers is why I carried them, but. It's actually a collection of 66 different books.
66? Damn.
Yeah. So, like, you know how they all have different names? Like Juan, Pedro. Those are all different authors or different people. And then the New Testament, like the first 4 Gospels, is like when Jesus pulled up. And that's whenever he came to save the world. I didn't know that. Like, I grew up going to church, and I was like, how did I not know any of this? So, and like, I realize a lot of people are like that too. And I don't blame them, because like I feel like they don't really emphasize that, but I think a lot of like getting good faith is doing it on your own time.
That's true.
It's like I saw this one thing. It's like if you go to church only once a week, you won't see any gains. I know, like with like going to the gym, if you only go once a week, you won't see any difference. So it's kind of like that. You got to treat it like that, and you can just. I read this one thing. It's like I don't know if I told you this before. I've been telling a few friends this. I really like this metaphor. It's like the way you start your day. Is like think of it as like a cake. So the first slice is always going to be the best because there's no frosting all over it.
Right.
So with your day, the way you start it is really going to reflect it. So I say that a really good way to start your day, if you believe in God or have a relationship, is just read a bit of the Bible. Read a bit. You don't got to read a lot. You can read like a few verses, bro.
Right.
And it'll really reflect your day.
Right.
I mean, that's how I think this past like month has really been like. It's been good is because I'm making sure I start off my day right, and I can tell whenever I'm in a bad mood because I'm like I didn't do something right this morning. I don't know how you start. How do you start your morning? If you don't mind me asking.
The first thing I do is I thank God that I'm awake.
Yes.
I thank God that I'm awake.
I
I
love
pray before I go to sleep. I even pray in the shower, bro.
That's fire.
Yeah.
That's fire. There's always it's always good to do it alone too.
With when I wake up, I thank God. I like get ready, make my bed. You know, I pretty much just trying to get my day ready. I kind of have like my day planned and like in my notes, but sometimes I just kind of just wing it. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, every day is just trying
to. A good plan.
Yeah, I mean, every day is just trying to be better. You know, be better than you were yesterday.
That's true. Yesterday is gone. Tomorrow will come.
Tomorrow's a new beginning.
Yeah, that's what a big thing too is staying present.
Yeah, bro.
I feel like that's literally like if you're stuck in the past, that's depression.
Yeah, bro.
If you're stuck in the future, that's anxiety.
So you just gotta live in the moment.
Yeah, you gotta really live in the moment. And I felt like for a long time I really wasn't doing that.
Oh, really? I used to struggle a lot with my. Well, I kind of still do with my anxiety, but like now it's kind of calmed down because I just think a lot about the future.
It's normal, bro.
Yeah, I'm like, why am I tripping? I mean, the future's not here yet. I mean, I just gotta live in the moment.
It's
be
also
happy.
It's good to have a decent plan though.
Yeah.
So do you have kind of like a good where do you see yourself a year from now? Because you'll be done with school.
Hope I'm done with school. You know, get my associates, find a good job.
Are you getting an associate?
Yeah, bro.
So you're taking all those extra classes?
Yeah.
Bro.
Did you take the certificate or the associate?
I just got the certificate
Bro?
because I was like, why do I need to take all the other classes? I mean, it's just a different title.
Yeah, they're making me take PE.
No, I'm trying to get HVAC technician.
I know.
Why the fuck am I trying to take PE? Did you have to take math?
I did, and then I had to take English, and then I think we have to take public speaking.
Oh yeah, it's your first year.
Yeah.
So what did you take last semester?
Last semester I just took English. I dropped out of the PE thing because I'm like, what the fuck am I doing this for?
Yeah. I mean, if you're already working on PE, college sounds so whack though.
It is.
I mean, did you ever go?
Where to the
PE thing?
I went once, bro. It was just whack.
Yeah, I was gonna say that seems like
because you have to like record it too. This is weird.
Yeah. But speaking of PE, that makes me miss middle school, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, those were simple times.
Did you ever have Hernandez in PE in high school?
No, I had Cowell, bro.
Cowell?
I'm gonna hesitate like that, man, because something about that guy just really irked me, bro.
Really?
I mean,
Cowell was pretty cool.
Yeah, he's a cool guy, but like I noticed how he talked to some kids. I'm like, this could be a douche, bro. I mean, I never personally had a problem with him, but the way
he's like, some person they're just pickers.
Yeah,
and they have like their favorite.
Yeah,
people.
their favorites. Yeah, that's what sucks. Is like there's favoritism everywhere.
Yeah, bro.
And you can tell it like at work too.
I've seen you more. I've seen you at the Y, bro. Like, what made you start like working out?
Literally just for my mental sake.
Oh yeah.
And to make me feel good about myself, because for like the longest time it was just like being stuck in my room.
Oh really?
And not really doing anything. Yeah, I mean it was just a cycle of waking up, going to school. I spent some time with my girl. Other than that, I didn't really do much. I wasn't reading. I wasn't working out. I was just playing games, and there's nothing wrong with playing games. But it was like an
subject.
Yeah, it was.
Were you like kind of like depressed or?
Oh yeah. I'd say so. I mean, not oh yeah. Like it's because I didn't even realize it, but looking back, it makes sense. But I don't want to say I was abandoned, but there was just a lot of people that were really close to me that moved away. And the new people that I lived with, I didn't feel close with them at all.
Oh, really?
So my home didn't feel like a home.
Oh, okay.
And that's whenever I started smoking. And that's whenever like ging started being a thing. Whenever I was like 14, because I used to like smoke a lot of bud. Like I got 15, bro. I had a bong. I had a bong, a bubbler, and a pipe. Like I had way too much for that.
Would you started smoking to like numb the pain from like the abandonment?
It's because like I didn't think of it as like abandonment because I'm like they're just going to do their own thing, you know. It's for they're trying to be better for themselves.
Right.
But I didn't realize like how big that was gonna be like on my soul and on my heart. And I also wasn't really into like church or God at the time because the person that would take me, they moved away too.
Oh really?
So yeah, it was my mom.
Oh okay.
Yeah, so my mom moving away was really hard on me. And that's why I tell people, I'm like, if you live with your mom, you make sure you hug her every day.
Yeah, bro.
You know, tell her that you love her because you never know when something will happen, bro.
Right.
So I try to tell guys that to just be grateful for everything that you have. That's a big thing. Sorry if I get off.
No, you're good, bro.
Off topic, bro. But back to smoking and shit. I didn't think of it as like to escape. It just felt like that's like the only thing I look forward to. at like 15, 16, until I met my girlfriend, that was basically all my life was just smoking. Like if as soon as I got paid, like immediately the way I saw my paycheck was how much like wax can I buy with this? How many carts can I buy with this? It was, and at a young age too. I didn't realize like how young I was. I was like 16 years old. I'd get like a little tiny ass Wendy's check, and I'd be like, I can buy 3 Gs with this. That's a terrible way to look at it. When
bro, you should be saving that money.
Yeah, and I was so ashamed of it because no one in my family really dealt with like a drug addiction.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, I don't really know who. And my mom worries a lot, so like I don't wanna have to worry about it. And my dad didn't really come from like, it's tough love. I'm sure you understand that. So he didn't really feel like the most available person to talk to. So I just kind of kept it to myself.
Yeah, I mean, like I feel like we kind of relate in a while too, because my dad, he's I've actually never met my real dad. I live with his stepdad.
Oh, you live with your stepdad?
Yeah, so I was born in Jersey, and I've never met my dad. So my mom tells me like he just left, like he was mad that like pretty much I wasn't his kid.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, bro. I mean, it's okay. I mean, I kind of I've talked to my mom about it because like they used to like mess me up for so long. I'm like, for why, you know, like for what reason? And like my mom was just like, don't beat yourself up. I mean, that's his decision.
Yeah, facts. Yeah.
I mean, just be grateful for your mom too. That we were saying, because like I mean, moms are just the best. They'll be with you for everything.
Moms are fire, but I think just most of the women in our life are the reason we have hearts. You know, they bring us, like, there's a lot of.
Yeah, but like I understand like how like. Cause like with my dad, like I talk to him, but like I can't really open up to him, you know, cause it's kind of like.
You talking like about your stepdad?
Yeah, my dad said that, so it's
like he's not your direct bloodline, so it's like.
I feel like the only person I like open up to is just like with God and like with a dog and my mom.
For sure, and that's really good that you have those three people, cause that's probably how you get past like that, those hardships in life.
Yeah, bro. Are you if you don't mind me asking, like, are your parents split up or?
Yeah, they split up, like. As soon as I was born.
Really?
Yeah, as soon as I was born, like I mean, I never saw them kiss or anything.
Oh, really?
Like that. Yeah, so it was pretty much like that. They were not close at all.
Was it just like out of love, money thing?
Love, and just my dad is. At times he can be selfish. At times I can be selfish.
So you live with your dad currently?
Yeah, I live with my dad.
Okay.
And like even to this day, he doesn't. No one in my family really knows how bad my drug addiction was. Besides like my girlfriend, like her parents knew before even my parents knew, and I can't tell my mom about it at all because she's gonna worry too much. She gets anxiety like bad. So, but what I do love is she prays a lot though, and I think because of her prayers, I was able to find God in my own way. But that really never messed me up too much though, because my mom acted the same. Even throughout, you know, she was always just a lot. She still is. She's like a sweetheart, but I always say like my mom's like an angel. Like yeah, she's not like a perfect person. None of us are, but she always comes out of a place of love, and that I thank God for that because I feel like that kind of placed that in me too. You know, like I'm not like this shitty person, you know. But back to the whole smoking thing, it was just. It felt like it was all I had, and like it was a lot of solitude too. I would push everyone away, and just being by yourself for a long time, it really puts an effect on your head too.
It does, bro. It changes you. It's a different type of pain. You just it sucks, bro. I've been in your shoes, honestly.
Yeah, it's hard.
It is
because you feel like you don't have anyone to talk to about it, or anyone who understands. So.
So I used to be such a people pleaser when I was like back in freshman year. I feel like I was the type of dude to like pick people up because like I had a car, and like I like always pay for everybody, and I like at the end of the day I like trying to make people laugh. But when you get home and you just sit and
you're just drained.
You're just drained. It's kind of like a mask.
Yeah,
and then you kind of like I was too embarrassed to like express how I felt because I was kind of getting bullied.
Yeah, see, that's what sucks. Is like right there. That's when you figure out who your real friends are. Is like people that you can talk to about like real shit, and they're not gonna judge you or be like, like people that will actually listen, and not only listen, but like I said before, will suffer and empathize with you. That's kind of a skill actually.
Yeah.
To truly listen to someone and to understand them instead of just being like, it was straight. You know, because that doesn't feel like comfort. You know.
Yeah. It sounds like you just don't give a fuck.
Yeah, exactly, bro. It's like. It's nothing, and that's how it was with smoking.
Yeah,
it was just like it's just budding. Like I look up online, and like there's these people that are like 30, 40 years old, and they're smoking a bunch. But I think they were always kind of able to control and manage with it.
Mm.
Well, I wasn't able to like at all. It was just like I couldn't save money. I would smoke at night and just go and buy a bunch of fast food.
Mm.
And I just play games and like just that solitude life. And I'm sure you understand how that is. Bro. And it was like that for a long time. And then like I was aware of it too, but I didn't know how to stop. And it's like with not being able to talk to anyone, it makes it even harder to. So if you are going through anything, find people to talk to open up about.
Exactly.
Because mental health is a real thing, and if you don't help yourself out, you're gonna start hurting other people, whether that's with smoking or with anything else. I think that's why it's important to be vulnerable about yourself, so people see you as someone that you can talk to,
right,
and also be the same for them.
Yeah, that's kind of why I created this podcast too. I mean, with like anybody that wants to hop on, talk about it. Like I'm here to listen.
Yeah.
I have Henry here to listen to me too.
Down to hop on another one, be a,
yeah, bro.
Kind of be like a co or something. Because I love listening too. It's not like I know I'm talking a lot about myself.
No, I mean you're good, bro. I mean it's about just trying to get to know you.
Yeah, but I knew that it was bad though because I started doing acid.
Oh.
Yeah. Dang. And I was doing that, and like I said, it wasn't like there's people that like it's like, hey, let's go out and smoke like it's with other people. But with me, like people would ask me to smoke, and I'd lie and be like, I can't, bro, just so I could smoke by myself. That's like how bad it was. And then once I figured out about acid, and I had a few buddies that were doing it, and I also just surrounded myself with the wrong crowd. And I don't blame it on them because they were just as lost as me. Okay. We didn't know what was good for us.
When I was working at McDonald's, I had like a few coworkers that were like the exact same way what you were doing. Like like go on break and smoke, go on lunch and smoke. Before and after work, just smoke too.
Yeah, and when you're in that circle, you think it's so normal.
Yeah.
Would you always like separate yourself from all
that? I mean, they were my friends too. Like outside of work as well. Right. I mean, like. Just because I don't want to smoke doesn't mean you don't like have to. I mean, like yeah, I'm not here to like babysit you. Like what you're doing. Sure. That's on you. But like I'll stay hang out with you. But I'm not gonna do all that stuff. Right, there was a point in my life where I used to do it. I didn't feel like I was just doing it for fun, pretty much, because like the first drug I ever did was marijuana. And like I kind of liked it. I did it for like a while, but I'm like, you know what? This isn't. I don't feel good doing this because like I'm religious too. Like my parents found out about it, probably.
Did they like rip your ass?
Probably, yeah. Because my mom's just. I mean, I told her before. I told her already.
Oh, you told her?
I told her because like I just couldn't deal with the girl. I mean, like my dad, like my stepdad, he like he was young too. I mean, he's probably done it. But like with like marijuana, it was just I don't know. I was just doing it for fun, pretty much. Yeah. I didn't feel like any need that I had to.
Did you do it with like people or just by yourself?
I used to do it with somebody, but then he like moved away because he was like such a troublemaker. Like he like got arrested. I'm like, I gotta distance myself from you because I don't want to have like
so they can help themselves out. You don't get sucked into.
Yeah, bro.
That's responsible.
Yeah. I mean, with friends, I lost a lot of friends now. Like after graduation, it's just kind of like everybody just went their own way,
For sure.
But like it's sad, but at the same time you just gotta accept because I mean they got their own lives, they got their own girlfriends, their own jobs, their own career.
Sometimes friends can be seasonal. It's sad.
Yeah.
Like you'll meet this person and you're so good for them.
But like I feel like I'm grateful for that because you got to like at least get to know them. You got to like talk to them, experience like with like some of my friend groups that I had. I learned from them. I learned out what to do and the advices I've given, the advice that they've given me. Pretty much I'm just grateful for like the friends that I have and what I used to have too.
For sure.
I mean, there's no hate, just pure love.
If it wasn't for that, you wouldn't be the person you are now.
Yeah, bro.
From those experiences, from those friends, from those deep conversations. That's a blessing too. I gotta say, you gotta thank God for that, just for blessing your life with all that stuff, because that's what's really important is having close people that you can talk to about, so you don't get sucked into like depression.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
At what point in your life did you like decide just like stop smoking? Like when did you find God?
Well, I found God like a month ago.
Really?
Yeah, just recently, bro.
And like when I say like found God, like how did you find him? Like how did you start praying? Did something happen?
I got you with that. I've been trying to weaning off smoking ever since I was 15.
Okay.
Like 14, I did it just to try to fit in.
Mm-hmm.
From 14 till 19 till about like a few months ago, it was like just addiction pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
And there were just times where I try to make excuses for it. I'd be like, I'm gonna just do it at night. Like I try to function with it, but I couldn't.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'd be feeding too. Like when I knew someone like smoked, immediately I think that person has a pen in their pocket.
Uh-huh.
How am I gonna ask them without? It was like it was fiending, and I always was so ashamed of that too. And it was through writing, through a lot of journaling, and I try to recommend it as a habit for the younger guys. If you feel kind of lost, to recommend writing down your shit.
If I may interrupt, I love the way that you're like
No.
doing your thing. Like you're like reading,
you're
journaling, you're finding out, bro.
Appreciate it, bro.
Like I wish I could read, but I just find it so boring.
No, it can be boring, but you gotta. The thing is, it'll be boring if you read shit that you don't care about.
Uh-huh.
So you gotta find a book that like you look at the back, you read a few pages, like this sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Something that you want to be excited to read.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to sit down and be like, fuck, I gotta read like this. And also, I can send you a video. There's the author of Not Giving a Fuck. His name's Mark Manson.
Mm-hmm.
He has this video. It's like 5 tips on how to read better. A really good way is to not, the way we're taught in school is to like hear the words out. Like right here, it's like luck and risk are siblings. You don't really picture what it says, but in your head you got to visualize what each word says, and that's kind of a skill that takes a while. But through that, reading isn't as boring because like, have you ever like read a paragraph?
Yeah.
And like nothing, like you're just like, what the fuck did I just read? You're just like, did I even like what knowledge? What knowledge did I attain from reading that? And that's because you're so focused on the words,
right?
And that's because in school we're taught to read out loud. And what I realized is from the video that I watched is you gotta visualize it, and that's how you read fast and like you absorb it a lot better. It's through visualizing it. But it can be boring, or it might seem like, because I didn't. Up until like 4 or 5 months ago, I hadn't read a book since 5th grade. That was a lot, and that was a Goosebumps book. Like it was nothing like crazy. I was never like one of those crazy kids that read like Harry Potter.
Right. I
mean, respect to those guys though, but it can be boring, but you can learn a lot from reading, and it doesn't have to be like start to finish. Like this is the only book. This is another really good self-help book. This is the only book that I've read start to finish. Other than that, some books, like I find a chapter that sounds interesting. Fuck the beginning. I just go to that chapter. Why read a bunch of shit that I don't care about?
Right.
So that's the thing with read. You can with a book, you can use it how you want. It's your book. You don't have. There's no instructions to it, and it's kind of like that with the Bible too. You don't have to read start to finish. You can start wherever you want.
Right.
So that's what I recommend with reading is that. Sorry if I get off topic, bro. I know that like you asked you asked a question, and then I start talking about like 4 different things. I'm sorry, but with writing, it's also a really good habit too. And that I don't have my old journal, but I started writing like in October. I just come home, I'd be like, today was alright. Like it'd be like but like I read that journaling was a good coping skill, and that's why I started writing. That's why I started reading, was because I wanted new habits, because my old habits were dog shit. Like it was just like smoking, eating fast food.
Did you ever deal with with pornography?
Oh fuck yeah, bro! Yeah. A lustful ass motherfucker. That's just because I discovered it at way young of an age.
Yeah, bro.
And I don't mean to expose you that you're probably not watching this, but like at like 6 years old, bro, this picture is engraved in my head. Like he was on his laptop.
Wait, who?
My dad, bro. He was on his laptop, and like I don't know, it was fucking stupid, dude. It's engraved in my brain. It's 2 girls laying down naked, and I'll never forget his reaction. He's like, "Fuck is that shit?" I was like, okay, all right, what the fuck was that all about? And I guess that kind of made me think that it was normal. But that's just because, I mean, you gotta really figure out, avoid lustfulness at a young age.
Yeah, bro. I feel like I found like sex at a young age.
Fuck
like,
yeah, bro.
I used to like.
Nah, bro, it's okay. I
used to like sleep with my grandparents and like do it.
What you mean? They would?
They would, but like I'd be
Your
like asleep.
grandparents?
Yeah, bro.
I didn't even know that was possible.
My
How
grandparents.
old were they,
I
bro?
was living in Salvador, bro. They're like,
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't know motherfuckers were still able to do that. I thought you could, I thought you couldn't do that shit past like 50.
I mean, I don't know.
I mean,
Bro. Like, I hope I'm still fucking by the age of 60.
Yeah. But I think it's really important though to control your lustfulness and pornography at a young age. Because I feel like, I mean, think about like when you hear about like someone's dad that like cheated. Just because of their lustful needs, their selfish desires.
Yeah.
I don't mind talking about the Bible too, but like in the Bible it says, the lust of the eyes, the lust of the flesh, like cuerpo. It's like eyes, cuerpo, and then the
like, even if you think about lust, you already like.
Yeah.
I forgot how it went. Like if you look at like a woman, you think like lust, but you already
committed adultery.
Yeah.
That's what it says. That's kind of an extreme in my opinion, because it's also kind of a normal human thing to do.
I mean, everybody does.
Yeah, everyone does do it, but you can control yourself. Like for example,
like I can think about it. I'm not gonna like slap her ass or something.
No, exactly. Yeah, there's some fucking nasty motherfuckers out there, bro. There's some
pedophiles.
Yeah, bro. I mean, again, I don't mean to expose my dad, but like, bro, like we'll just be driving and he's like, "Damn." I'm like, "Bro, you guys like chill." I know. I'm like, chill out.
I'm like, chill out, bro. I got a girl.
I'm like, bro, you have a wife. I'm like, I have a girl. Like, what the hell? And like, I know like what some people told me, and it made me like kind of justify. Like people are like, chill, bro, you're not fantasizing. But even then, it can really affect you over time. And I really got that lustfulness from porn, bro, because I discovered it way too young.
Yep.
Way too young. I was watching it and just looking up crazy shit at a young age. Like, and it wasn't until just recently that like I was like, this is terrible for my health. This is really, and it was also really affecting my relationship too.
Yeah, I found out about porn like during middle school, bro.
You and Adolfo. So yeah, I did. I saw that. Yeah, you.
With Adolfo.
But I thought you said you're like in 3rd grade, bro.
Oh, like I knew about it, but like I didn't start like actually like masturbating
I get
to
you.
it. That's when it became a habit and it was just out of control.
Yeah, bro.
Like every day after school, I do it.
That's what you thought of.
And like before school.
Now, see what's bad with that, right? Is that's already a bad thing, right? But you're able to control that, right?
Yeah.
So imagine like a drug that amplifies that.
Oh, really?
So smoking. So this is why I say like it was really bad, and I know that there's some motherfuckers out there that like it's hard to speak about it because it's embarrassing, but it's normal, you know. I would get as high as I could, and then just watch porn and jerk off, bro. It's a cockroach life. You're just raw. It's just dopamine. Yeah. Like what's supposed to naturally make me happy at that point, if it's just this artificial satisfaction. After another artificial
side, you meet a random woman.
Yeah, bro, with that, yeah, and then a drug that literally makes me like wired to it. Not saying like
it's addicting, bro.
Yeah, it is addicting, and to addiction on top, that's terrible, bro. And I was dealing with that like 15, 16, like bad.
No, but I'm proud of you. Like actually, like overcame that, bro. Because that's like hard.
Appreciate it.
It took me a while.
Yeah,
too.
You definitely gotta be able to speak about it.
Yeah.
You get the courage to speak about it, and in the Bible, I think it's in.
Have you like what was I gonna ask? Like, have you ever like opened up to your girlfriend about that, like with your addictions?
I have, and she understands it.
Okay.
She's not like, she doesn't get too crazy because like she understands like at a young age. I was watching it.
How long have you guys been together?
3 años, bro. Akasi, yeah. 3 years in August.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, shout out my cousin. She's beautiful. I love her so much. She's the best person in the world. But she understands it, but like it's pretty normal to be like, come on, like what the heck, you know, especially when you're in a relationship. But the reason why I wanted to talk about it though is because I wanted to get rid of it. Okay. You know, if I can't talk about it with like my partner, how am I supposed to get past that? Like when I told my friends that they're like, you're watching porn still in a relationship, I'm like, wow, it's an addiction, bro. Like it's hard to get over it and past that.
Do you think that's cheating in a way or no?
No, not at all. It's not a good habit. It can really affect your relationship. It can wire you to think that like if you're in a relationship, you need sex, you know, or like that you need to do these crazy ass positions, but like sex should be a really romantic thing.
Yeah, it should be, because God describes it like as two souls just connecting. Like it's just love. It's not
you
lust,
exchange so many emotions whenever you have sex with someone, and you can't see it as just like a way to just bust a nut. Yeah, like, yeah, bro. Love, you know? Yeah, you gotta make sure that it's out of place out of love, because girls can tell whenever you're just
Because I mean, girls can tell when you like when they're like being used to.
For
Like when I
sure.
was with my ex girlfriend, I told him like if you feel like you're like being used or something, just like let me know because I don't want that, you
Respect.
know.
Respect,
Yeah,
because
bro.
a lot of guys, they're just that's all they think about. And for a while, I was thinking that too.
Mm.
I was just, and that's because of like I'd have to like find the roots of it. I'm like, where did this all start?
Mm.
Why am I so horny?
Yeah.
I'm like, why?
My dad, bro.
Yeah, bro. No, I wouldn't blame it on my dad, but like my dad is also, he's a pretty lustful person,
Okay.
and he never figured his shit out, to be honest. And
Mm.
that's because you need to get help for it. But it's not necessarily his fault.
Mm.
It's his dad. Because his dad is not like, he slept around with like, bro, I think my grandpa is like 69. He has a 17-year-old daughter, bro.
Mm.
16-year-old daughter. So that means like he was like just fucking some random girl when he was like 51.
Dang.
And like he already has like my dad as a kid. He has like 5. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like, who does my dad have to look up to?
Mm.
So I think it's just up to me to break that
Yeah,
generational.
bro. That's what I was gonna talk about. Like you just gotta like with this generation, we just gotta like be better, you know, like for
Are these for
yourself.
us, bro?
Yeah, well, you can get one.
Excuse me. Yeah. Go ahead.
With the like, you just gotta break that chain, you know, because like what I tell myself every day, I'm like, I'm not gonna end up like my dad. Like I'm gonna be wealthy, support my family, be a man of
That's
God.
real man shit.
Yeah, bro.
That's real man shit. Because a lot of people don't want to grow up.
Straight up, bro.
People want to stay kids, and if you want to do that, I mean, shit. But see where that leads you, bro.
Mhm.
It's we gotta be
It's gonna
better
be a man
people.
about that,
Yeah, you
bro.
gotta be a man. Yeah. The Bible really teaches you how to be your own
Mm.
man too. How to be a man of God. How to be a good dad. How to be a
Yeah,
good
that's
friend.
already in the Bible because like it's just some keys to life. Man.
Bro, I love the Bible.
Yeah.
Like I love the Bible because once I got that habit of reading them,
Mm.
and I talked to Glenn about it, and he was like, just start at the book of John. And he really explained to me, because I didn't even understand who Jesus was.
Mm.
I didn't understand that he was truly like the Son of God,
Mm.
that he actually like was alive and that he did miracles,
Mm-hmm.
you know, to actually prove that he showed these
He was
people.
worthy. I mean, Jesus Christ like went through the same thing that we went through. You know, like
Yeah, bro.
temptations.
Yeah,
Like,
because he was human.
he was human. He was part man, part God. But then
Exactly.
he overcame that. And then God saw them like, all right, I mean, you are worthy.
Yeah, bro, you're the righteous
I'm have you
person.
crucified for some reason.
Well, no, bro. But if you,
But like no fucking reason.
it's because the reason why is because like he had already proved his point. He got people that believed him and truly followed him.
I feel like,
And so
I feel like
God
he had
was
to be crucified to like. I mean, he pretty much died for our sins.
Yeah, no, he did.
That's how much he loves us.
He
'cause
did die
died.
for our sins, because he didn't have to die. He could have probably escaped
He
it.
just said fuck you guys.
Yeah, no, no, he could have. But like, if you read about it, it's just his dad was like I can't remember exactly how the verse goes. It's in the book of John. I really recommend it. And I can tell you what Bible to get to start reading. But it says it's time for you to come back to your home and to your father. Basically, God was just telling him like it's time for you to come back.
Yeah.
You know, you did your part. You spread the news about why you should be a follower, be a child of God.
That to me is just crazy, bro. Like how
It
this
is
is supernatural. To me.
It's awesome, bro.
It's awesome.
It's fire to me.
I wish I was there like witness.
Yeah, no, everyone does, bro. But if you read it though, it can feel like you're actually there. And there's like something that I really struggle with the Bible was visualizing it.
Yeah.
Because there's no pictures. It's like fucking 1,600 pages, no pictures. Like what do you like? It's hard. So I would but it's because you got to use your resources, bro.
Mhm.
If you really want to get into it, you can just look up stuff. Like I was before. I'll tell you real quick. Actually, how I got into God was I was on edibles, and
I saw them.
keep in mind, bro. But it wasn't because of the edibles. Because before that, like I have. It's kind. I don't know how weird it is to keep track, but I've done shrooms 8 times, and I've done acid 7 times, 7.5. Because I did like half of one, yeah. And I thank God that I didn't lose my mind. Because like I remember one time whenever I was on acid, I looked up what are the bad effects of doing acid while I was on it, and I saw schizophrenia, bipolar, brain tumors. Like you can really fuck up your shit if you keep doing this shit.
You didn't like OD on
That's
that, bro.
literally what I think of, and like it's not old. You can't overdose. You won't die, but your brain is gonna be like permafried. Because I know a homie, this breaks my heart, bro, that he did too many tabs and he's hearing voices. Yeah, like it's real. 19, I think he's 19 or 20 years old. Dang. Bless his heart, and I pray for his family. But is
he getting help, or is he still doing it?
He's trying to get help. So, but the thing is though, with that stuff is you have to be voluntarily to get help. So imagine like a pothead, like I won't get too much into it, but I just pray for him. But I could have been like that. And one of my homies, shout out Gerardo, he also sobered up. But we used to just fantasize like us doing drugs together and like us doing tabs together, doing shrooms. But it's like, is this really what we want to be doing?
Mm-hmm.
You know. But when you're stuck in that dopamine world, you don't see anything wrong with it because it's just pleasure, pleasure, pleasure. But I thank God that, and also I have someone in my family, like through the bloodlines, that has schizophrenia. So that already increased my chances of getting it. Plus, doing shit that can trigger it, I could have gotten it, but I thank God that I didn't, and that I'm still conscious. So, but every time I did it though, because people are like, I did shrooms and I had like this spiritual experience, you know. But with me, it was just like just to have fun, just to see things, and I can explain like what it's like being on them. You're not missing out. I tell everyone that. I'm like, as someone who's tripped 15 times, you're not missing out on anything besides fucking up your brain, besides staying in your head. But do you watch anime?
I watched Dragon Ball Z.
Fire. That's a gas anime. Well, there's this. Do you know what a manga is?
I don't.
So it's basically like before an anime gets animated, it's a comic. Okay. It's like a Japanese comic, yeah. So there's this anime / manga called Vinland Saga, right? And I won't get too much into it, but I was on edibles and I was like, I'm gonna read this shit. Just wasn't expecting anything, and flipping through it, it's about Vikings and shit, and they started talking about you want to be better for after you die.
Okay.
Because death anxiety warning for anyone that, because like some people get really scared of death, and the way I was talking about death was like not the most. Do you mind me talking about it? There was times where I just didn't think like, what if I just get really, really high and just go? Like
what do you mean?
Like not commit suicide, but like I didn't want to keep fighting it anymore because I felt like because I never thought of it as like me and God fighting this addiction because I wasn't close to him. It was just me. How can I do this? And that shit's hard, doing stuff by yourself. What was I gonna say? My fault, bro. I lost my train of thought.
Talking about death.
Yeah, talking about death. Yeah, the way I saw death, and I don't mean to scare people, but it was like, you know, when you fall asleep and you're not really aware of that, it's like that, but forever.
That's never wake up.
Yeah, I mean that's, and like the way with like animals, it's like, you know, once they die, their consciousness just stops. That's how I saw it. And like when I told people that, they'd be like, "Bro," it was like, "Bro," like I would scare people, bro. Like there was.
I mean, it's true. I mean,
there was this
with me with death. It doesn't really scare me.
I mean, because it's like there's heaven and there's you know, it's pretty.
It's gonna come.
Yeah, it's gonna come. You're gonna end up being up there. And I'm sure that if you're a righteous person, then you'll enter his kingdom. But the way I didn't think of heaven and hell for the longest time, and the way I did see death was just, that's it.
It's existing.
You just live your life, and then you're just existing, and then you stop thinking. You're not upset about it because you're not aware of it. Like I said, it's like when you fall asleep, like you never wake up. And I told people,
that is scary, but like,
yeah, I told people that, and they'd be like,
yeah, wait,
bro. Yeah, bro, they'd be like, fuck, bro, like, what's wrong?
We get traumatized.
Yeah, bro, like some people, like, they'd be like, damn, bro, like,
I never thought about it.
Yeah, I was just like, maybe I shouldn't be talking about that. So with Christianity, a big thing that helped me was like living good for like after the afterlife, you know, and then to be a good person.
Yeah, I mean, you just gotta be a good person in this life, and then when you die, I mean, hopefully you gotta have.
Oh, for sure, yeah. I mean, I pray for everyone to end up there because I think everyone has a chance to flip it around.
So, do you believe in hell? Like, do you believe there's a place for like bad people?
So, like, when I first got into Christianity, I was like, I think everyone should go to heaven. I don't think anyone deserves to go down there. And then, like, for like half a day, I was like, I'm gonna be Jewish, which Jewish people, they don't believe in hell. Like Judas, they believe
they believe like Jesus is gonna come, like Jesus didn't happen, right? Something like that.
So like the
way they don't believe Jesus is real.
Yeah, the way they live is based off just the first 5 of the books of the Bible, which is
because I heard like they still believe that Jesus is gonna come.
Yeah, they don't believe that he's came yet. Yeah. But basically, they just believe in Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers.
That's just crazy. Man.
They just believe in those first 5 books.
Wasn't right? Jesus was Jewish, right?
Yeah, he was Jewish. Well, like. Because Jewish it's not a race, it's a religion, and they believe in like Yahweh. That's literally the name.
Yahweh.
Yeah, that's literally the name. If you look up
Yahweh.
like who do Jewish people worship? It's Yahweh. So
Yahweh.
yeah, their whole thing. But like the reason why like for like half the day, because I told my friend I was like I like the thought of like heaven and hell, but like I don't think anyone should be casted for like eternal suffering and all that. Because he was like, "Oh, so you're Jewish?" And I was like, so I started looking up shit about it, but I was like, nah, because my whole family's Christian. They all go to the church, over there by Gibson Pharmacy, or you know where the old Wendy's used to be. Across, how there's that one.
Oh, that one? Okay.
Yeah. So that's the one that they always grew up to. And then I told Glenn about it. I was like, I don't really understand it. My bro just gave me like 5 verses. He's like, read them. Okay. After that, I was like, all right, I'm on board. I was like, I believe in hell now. I'm not gonna question it too much. I mean, it's important to not question the word of God.
I feel like what I've like from my knowledge, I think God created hell if you like believe in Him, like that you haven't accepted Him.
Sure. I mean, but what sucks though is not everyone gets the opportunity to. But I think it's just. Heaven is for righteous people. Yeah. Whether you believe in Him or not, I think it's for righteous people.
I mean, that's the beauty about God too. Is like He gives you like free will. Like
His
you
grace.
Can believe in me, you can't believe in me or not. It's up to you.
Yeah, it's the grace and the mercy too.
Yeah, because I mean, God is good. Because imagine having a God that just controls you. It's like saying like you gotta believe.
That's what a lot of people. That's what pushes people away. Glenn explained that. He's like, that's why a lot of people don't want to get into Christianity because or not Christianity. Excuse me, but God. Sorry if I say that because I know that you're Catholic. But it's people think that He's like controlling and that He's mean, but actually it's the fruitful spirits, which is, I don't know if I can remember them all by memory, but it's kindness, patience, forgiveness, self-control, love. Like those are the good things that you want to have, as a person. That's what God's gifts are. That's what He wants you to do, and you do that through the Holy Spirit. Sorry if I sound like a preacher, bro. Like,
why you're getting blessed.
But some people are like, damn, bro, preach.
Yeah.
But it's just that's how He explained it to me, and He made it super simple. He just kind of like drew it up on the board, and it'd just be like one-on-ones, and those one-on-ones really help, bro. And that's how I got back into church too. Every Sunday this month I've been going to church, and it feels really good. Yeah. The only thing though is that my Spanish sucks ass, bro.
Really?
Like, for lack of a better term, I'm whitewashed, bro. Like I always be talking in English. Rarely, just until recently, I started like saying Spanglish and shit, just because my dad knows English, so I always just talk to him.
Is your mom from Salvador?
Yeah, okay. They're both from El Salvador.
What part of Salvador are you from?
So honestly, I can't remember the name of the village, bro. But like, my mom lives, it's like up in a mountain in the rainforest. It's a little village. I don't know what it's called though. But my dad's from, I'm pretty sure it's by the Paraíso. Okay. It's also a little village. I mean, but what's it called? They've all been really religious. So I figured there was a reason for that. Where are your parents from?
My mom's from Salvador, but my stepdad's from Mexico.
What part of Mexico?
He's from Puebla. Yeah. And then my mom's from Yamaval. It's kind of close to San Miguel.
Yeah, okay. And then your mom's, do you know where she's from?
My mom, she's from Yamaval. Like, she was born and raised there.
Damn, I don't know any of the. I don't know any of the part. Like, I've only gone once.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and that was whenever I was like 14.
Yeah, it's beautiful over there.
It's fire over there, yeah.
Well, honestly, I'd probably live over there than here because like, the economy here is just.
Bro.
You're gonna go broke.
Bro, yeah. Like, people come over here because like it's safer, but the government is.
Yeah. Did you hear about that new bill that's going on here in Canada?
Yeah, that shit's sad. That shit's sad, bro. What is it, like, if you know about an illegal person?
Yeah, like you get like fined or and then you get deported.
That's fucked, bro.
You get I think you get fined like $1,000.
Did it go through? No, right?
It'll go through next month, bro.
Is it actually? Yeah. So like it's final?
It's final, bro.
That's terrible, bro. Fuck Kansas. Fuck living in a red state, bro. To be honest, yeah. I mean, I heard that you kind of interested in politics, right?
A little bit, but like kind of like talking like we get like a whole argument.
No, I mean I don't. I think like if it's two mature people, like you won't get into a whole argument. But like honestly, yeah, I actually try to avoid politics because like I've seen like people that get into like political debates, and I'm like, bro.
Not that serious, bro.
I'm like, well, one, like, it's because I understand if it's serious, like if it personally affects your life, for example, the economy. Right. But you gotta like respect people's decisions, you know, because everyone has their own reasons for being choosing left or right or whatever. But honestly, I avoid politics. Like, there's people that are so knowledgeable of it, and I just try to stay away from it because it's always changing. Politics are always going to be changing. Like I bet you, like 20 years from now, the political debates are going to be
different,
completely different. So what's really the purpose of it? Just do your vote? Choose what you think is right, and then that's pretty much it. And also, I read somewhere it's like if you don't vote, shouldn't really argue about it because the voting is all that matters.
Right.
You become that percentage. But I don't really know a whole lot about politics, though.
I mean, like whatever. Like if I'm not like,
I know Trump is like the reason why the economy was good.
Yeah, because
then once Biden pulled up,
got la cago.
That's what I heard. But like, it's because
I mean, Trump, yeah, man, he's racist, but like he truly did make the economy better.
Yeah,
like,
I heard you say that exact thing.
Yeah, like I mean, we're not like fucking spending money in Ukraine. Like gas prices would have been down already.
Yeah. Is that actually his fault? Biden's fault?
Yeah, I
mean, I always see that.
I mean, we're pretty much paying for the war.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. To be honest, yeah.
But like with Trump, I mean, like he loves his country so much. It's like we're gonna let Europe deal with that. I mean, it's not our problem.
He's a patriotic motherfucker. Yeah, and like people that are like fuck America. Yeah, they love him, bro. Yeah. But sometimes it's like a cult, bro. Like,
do you believe in like the Illuminati? Like, do you think that's real? Like, with the government's like run by like lizards and shit.
To be honest, bro, fuck no.
Fuck
no, bro. I mean, it's an interesting thought to entertain.
I feel like with theories, I think someone saw that, like someone spoke about it. Like, yeah, this thing is like a fucking lizard.
They saw someone's eye go like
twitch, like Justin Bieber.
They saw the tongue go like that. They're like, hey, bro, that dude's a fucking lizard. Nah, I don't believe in it, but I do believe that the government knows shit.
So like, okay, do you like believe in aliens?
Honest, I wouldn't say aliens, but like there's got to be something out there.
Yeah, I mean, like there's no way we're just like blowing out here.
I don't know, but to be honest, like not to talk all like religiously, but like I think that God just created like humans and like the species like on this earth. I feel like we already would have found something, but I mean also the space is fucking humongous, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Like there's probably I don't know.
It's probably like another. Like you believe like in the like multi-dimension, like there's probably
a civilization out there observing and they're like, what the fuck are they doing? They're like, what have they done, bro? All they had to do was just love and feed each other, and here they are killing each other, bro. It's
humanity. It like makes me sad.
Yeah, it does make me sad. I heard you say that you kind of feel like you were born in a different generation.
I feel like I was born in the wrong generation, bro. I feel like I should have just been born back then.
When it was more simple.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I think it's only gonna get more like.
It's gonna get more worse.
Yeah, it's gonna get more worse, and.
I mean, we heard like fucking questioning who's a guy, who's a girl, like he, she, or they.
Oh my gosh, and that's not even because of religion, bro. But I always thought that shit was just so like. I think it's just people that want to be different.
Yeah.
Have you seen like the Mr. Beast guy?
Oh,
I always see that on my Snapchat. I
fucking
hate Snapchat because it shows a bunch of like news articles that like are not relevant. Like it's just to get clicks. It's like, oh, that sounds cool, but like a lot of the news on there is like just bullshit. Have you ever heard of the term outrage porn?
I am.
It's basically news that is made to purposely engage you into shit. It's like it'll purposely show something about like a gay person or about like some other shit that really doesn't matter, but it'll get clicks because that's how they make money is views. So you got to be aware of that whenever like you go on social media or on the news or anything, is to not get sucked into that, because the only reason why they do that is for money. So you don't want to get sucked into that a relative, I think that's the right word, right?
Relative, yeah.
Relative information, because there's a lot of it out there.
Okay.
So
yeah, that's true.
What I had to do for that because for a long time I was like, social media is toxic. So I took a big break from social media. And I was kind of a dickhead to I'd be like, social media is a waste of time.
Yeah, that's what I was like when I was talking to Miguel. I took like a break.
Yeah.
Because like it's like it was just fucking on me mentally, because I just like it was just too much for me like at the point.
For sure. Yeah, you got to take a break from it.
Yeah.
And then what I recommend is to rewire your like with Instagram. What I love about Instagram is it can really change the explore page.
Yeah.
Like your demographic. Well, with TikTok though, it's just so random. Like I feel like you won't get anything. And I've tried using. I stopped using TikTok like I think in September.
Really?
I re-downloaded it just recently to try to make some videos because I know that you can do like the text.
Right.
I feel like that'll be really helpful. Also to follow your TikTok.
Oh yeah.
That's why I did it. Yeah. To also help you out with that. But for a long time I didn't like TikTok, but that's just because I had a really bad For You page.
Oh, okay.
So with with TikTok and Instagram, it can be really toxic and dumb if you don't fix what you want to see.
Yeah, because like when I first downloaded TikTok, it was just pure girls, like just
Yeah,
like butt
yeah,
naked, and like that like gave me like into like a
for sure,
temptation.
temptation. Yeah, and especially TikTok keeps track of how long you watch each
Yeah.
video. They keep track of your likes, and with that, they just program your shit. Not that you really care about it, but so you can keep using their app.
Do you believe like our phones like hear us? Like
Fuck yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Without a doubt, especially Facebook, bro.
Yeah,
Like
I was talking about like cat food with a dog for like I think like a week ago.
Yeah,
and then I got a notice just pops on
that's
my Facebook.
what. Yeah,
like, what the
bro.
fuck?
They're listening, bro. I don't. The phones are scary, bro. Yeah, to be honest, I mean, I stopped caring because like my phone has seen some crazy shit, bro. To be honest, so, but they've seen. I mean, but I'm sure there's like a privacy thing, so yeah. They don't really care. But I definitely think they do listen. That happened one time, I think, with leashes.
Oh really?
I was talking to my girlfriend about dog leashes, and like literally 2 days later, I go on my Facebook and it's like there. I'm like, yeah, that was them. Yeah, that was definitely them just listening.
Fucking Mark Zimmer.
Yeah, I mean, but that's how they make money, though. So, yeah, but it's fucked up, though. But back to fuck, dude. I don't even know where we were at.
I forgot we were talking about like Illuminati or something.
Yeah, I don't believe in all that. But what does interest me is Area 51.
Area 51.
Because why is it so like locked? Like you can't. No one can walk in.
I mean, but like I grew up knowing it was just like for like restricted areas, like with like aliens. Like
yeah, that's what I thought. I don't think aliens are there, but I just wonder what the fuck they got going on. But like, I don't know if it's the FBI or they're the not CSI. That's like detectives. The CIA.
CIA, yeah.
Those are the people that are scary, bro. Like
the Central Intelligence.
Yeah, like the Men in Black.
Yeah, I've heard about the Men in Black. Like they come when like something like supernatural happens, and they like pretty much shut you out. Like for example, say if I see an alien, I like speak about it, they're gonna come out and knock on my house, bro.
That's scary, bro. Fuck. Imagine like you see some shit you posted, and then it's just two dudes like with earpieces.
Did you see on TikTok like this guy was recording like a giant? Like he saw like a giant in the mountains.
No way.
And he recorded it, and then it was like like a few days later, I was talking about this with my friends. And we were just tripping balls because it was like late at night, and it was like snowing outside. And then we saw the video, and then like the next video was like him talking about it, but he was like so nervous. He was like looking away, like it was kind of like if it was looking like a dude, like he was like about to die or something. And then the next day he dies.
No, shut the fuck up. The guy?
Yeah, he died.
He recorded the giant video.
Yeah, he died. Like out of nowhere, he just died.
I want to watch that video.
It's on TikTok and YouTube too. Like it's a whole story.
Watch it. Damn, that's creepy.
He died, bro. And like in the video, it looks like it's straight up giant.
Like what's up? Like from like on a mountain or what?
Yeah, like it was like he was like on the road and then like he like stopped and then like it was like from like it kind of like like in a mountain, but like the giant was like walking. And it was like, but you can tell it was a giant because it was huge.
That is terrifying. Yeah. I would have been shitting bricks.
I would have been shitting bricks and I'm like nah.
Oh, and then imagining like, nah, that's scary, bro.
What the fuck? Like what scared me most was like him dying.
Yeah.
He like pretty much like the government told him to like shut up or something.
I bet you he didn't. He was like, I want my views. And they were like,
yeah, bro.
That's scary, bro. That's fine.
Have you ever had like any supernatural encounters? Like you ever like experienced ghosts or anything?
I honestly have. I mean, whenever I was a kid, I had like a really vivid imagination of like ghosts, but like I've never actually had like an experience. I just had a really vivid imagination. Like my friend told me this made me scared of basements. Oh, you know, like how some basements have like the window. He told me that one time he just saw a face through that window. Yeah, bro, that shit. Yeah, bro, that shit. Like me being 8 years old, I was like, bro, I was like, oh, what do you mean, bro? Yeah, I was like, what do you mean you saw a fucking face? But other than that, I've never had anything actually like supernatural. Have you?
I've seen like black figures.
Oh fuck no!
Like not like black people, but like
no, no, like you see a shadow.
Like because I used to live in a trailer, and I wake up in the middle of nowhere, like trying to go to the bathroom, and I see like my own shadow, but like it like move quick.
Oh.
And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm not even moving.
I think that's just our mind playing tricks, bro.
Yeah,
to be honest.
It's just crazy how manifestation just works.
Like, yeah, you can really
whatever you believe, it kind of actually happens.
You can really trick your mind into believing stuff, and that's you can get into denial.
When we moved into this house, like all of this wasn't here before. Like we had to build it from scratch because there used to be like cement. It used to be like yeah.
Oh no way.
Yeah, this room and that room, they were like because that used to be my old room. Used to be my brother's room. And then it was just like awesome, man. Like it was creepy as fuck. Like,
yeah, bro. I can imagine. I've been in basements like that, bro. Those things are. Especially if it's just like a little like light.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. That I'm gonna be honest. That still just fucking creeps me out. Especially if I let my imagination. I gotta walk in with like AirPods, bro. Like I have some music bumping, or else I'm gonna be fucking paranoid.
Yeah, bro.
I don't feel like I'm that, but definitely as a kid, I was really scared of the dark. Just because my dad would just casually watch like ghost documentaries with me, bro.
That's what my brother was. He like go to sleep with them.
Fuck that shit. Yeah, bro. I'd be like, and like if you look back on those documentaries, it's such shady like acting. It's like it's so dog shit. But like as a kid, you just have you have the most vivid imagination. You can't even control it. So
that's scary. Yeah.
I mean, now I'd be running at night and shit.
Damn, bro.
Like
how many times do you run like in like the whole week or like?
So for like. I started running in March. That was when I first started, and I couldn't even run a mile.
Oh, really?
No.
Did you ever do cross country in high school? Or?
So I tried.
You tried?
Yeah, shout out Miss Lovett. Much love and respect for her. But like, do you remember her?
Who?
Miss Lovett. Did you go to CMS or DCMS?
DCMS.
You don't remember Miss Lovett? She was the cross country teacher, and I tried cross country just because all my friends were doing it, and like, bro, I was so fucking fat and out of shape. And out like on like the third day of practice, I was like, Miss, Miss, I can't do this. And she's like, okay, you don't have to come. Like there was no motivation to like stick to it. She was just like, get the fuck out. And after that, I was like, I guess I'm not a runner. Like just there was no. It's also just because I genuinely didn't really care about it at the time. But growing up, I learned also from Atomic Habits how to get that running habit, and it's. Just with any habit, to be honest, the first step, I wish I had the book with me, but the first step is to like make it obvious. So the way I did that was I didn't even have running shoes. So I went to Walmart, bought some little fucking $14 running shoes because I didn't have the money to buy like some nice ass like Zooms or some Ultra Boost. I want those shoes, but they're expensive. But I didn't want to keep making excuses, and I don't really run to like get skinny, but it feels really good to run. Do you run?
Really? I run at the Y.
And then the treadmill?
Yeah, and the treadmill. But like for me, like I hate doing cardio.
I don't feel
so tired.
Yeah, I get it's because to be honest, I don't even think of it as like cardio. It is a bitch on your legs.
Yeah, because like I do soccer. Like I'm like in a little soccer league.
Oh, like, Sunday league or what?
Yeah, bro.
Fuck yeah, that's cardio. That's cardio. Same with basketball, bro. Yeah, I never played any sports. I was so unathletic through all of high school. It wasn't until like to Glenn's class. These guys, shout out to all the people in the HVAC class. These guys like really listened to me and they really accepted me. But up until I was 19, which was just his last, I didn't know how football worked and I didn't know how basketball works. And that's like what everyone talks about. I just had no interest in sports at all. And I wish I would have, because that's how like you stay outside, and being outside really helps your mental.
Yeah, bro.
Gets you out of your head. But cardio or playing soccer is cardio like a motherfucker. Yeah. Because like I barely played it for like I think like 30 minutes with some of my homies. I was dying, bro. I was like, it's because you got to be back and forth so much. I'm like, damn, bro, this shit's hard. But like with running, it feels kind of different because you can go at your own pace. But I started running like around the beginning of March, and what I read in Atomic Habits, if you want to keep a good habit, is to set achievable and realistic goals.
Right.
So I'm not gonna wake up and be like, I'm gonna run 5 miles.
Yeah, bro.
I'm gonna just set,
because 5 miles is a lot. Even 2 miles for me is a lot.
Bro, oh my gosh, that's a shit ton. Like one of my homies, I respect him, but he was like, it was like first time running, about to run 5 miles. I'm like, bro, you're asking for it to not happen again. You gotta set a good, realistic, measurable goal.
Right.
So my goal was just I'm gonna try to run a mile, and it took me about. I actually started just taking walks because there's a mailbox near my house. Sorry if I get like off topic, but I'm gonna try to remember that we're talking about running. I was selling Pokemon cards online, and I was like, "Fuck, I'm gonna just walk to the mailbox." And then I was like, "I can try running." So one time I just tried running, and it felt pretty good. Like just mentally, I was like, I feel good about myself. So I kept doing it, and then having a watch. Do you have an Apple Watch?
I already sold mine, bro. Yeah.
You should get like a 3, or just like or when did you sell it?
I sold it to my little sister because she wanted one for her birthday. I'm like, I know that. I'll sell it to
you. What version was it?
The Series 3.
I say if you want to get into running, It's really good. Damn, I can't believe you sold your watch.
Yeah,
You found like no purpose for it or what?
I mean, I like use it for like Spotify, you know, like for like running too.
I think it's really handy for checking messages too. But the reason why I asked is because you can track your running. You can track exactly how much you run, your heart rate, the time, and that's how I was able to. I mean, somewhere in here I have like when I first started running, bro. And this bitch is filled out too. This isn't just to like flex, but just to show like why I recommend writing. Sadly, this happened, but this bitch, like, this is my whole book.
Damn,
and with thank you, bro. I used to have really shitty handwriting, but just with writing, I figured out a style to just place it like that.
Oh, okay.
But like what really helps with goals too is writing them down.
Yeah.
You know, saying I'm gonna go run versus, I mean, and that's good too. Saying it out loud too helps, but writing down your goals, I think there's like a percentage of it. It's like you have a 50% higher chance of doing something if you just write it down. Say, hey, I'm gonna go do this, and somewhere in here I'd be like, today I'm gonna go run or something like that. I could probably find it somewhere, but I'd write like my progress. I'd be like, today I ran like 1.2 miles. Okay. And then so the goal of the next day was run 1.3. Don't not go crazy. And a big thing too, working out and running, only compare yourself to yourself.
Exactly.
You know, you're your only realistic comparison because everyone comes from different paths.
Exactly.
Different beliefs, different experiences, reasons that they started earlier than you did. It's not realistic to compare yourself to that.
Right.
But what is a realistic comparison is who you were yesterday, who you were a month ago, who you were a week ago. So that's what really helped me with it. And David Goggins. David Goggins, bro. Like, the way this dude talk is like, it's not like he just like said it. It's because like you see videos like him running 100-mile races. That's disgusting, bro. 100-mile races is actually crazy. I can't imagine doing that.
I pass out, bro.
No, he was pissing blood, bro. Yeah, he said he had broken feet, but that's with him. It's, I listened to him, I'm like, okay, this is someone that actually has done it. So his motivation really helped, and then just only looking at myself, I wouldn't look at like my cross country runner or like friends that were in cross that like got badass times, so like they've been doing it for a long time. So, and there's another quote in Atomic Habits that I really like that says, the scoreboard takes care of itself. So basically, like in a sport, let's say you're playing football and you're losing or you're winning, you still keep the same play style, right? You're not going to switch it up. The scoreboard will take care of itself. Same way with your body. You know, you're going to keep working out. You're going to keep running. Your body will change on its own.
Right.
You know, you don't worry too much about the results. Just worry about getting that habit down. So whenever, I've said this so many times already, but whenever you want to get a new habit down, don't focus on where you're going to be. Just focus on getting that shit down. And he talks about, it's this graph that basically says, it's like, I think it's called the plateau of success. And whenever you first start, like right here, you're going to see like no progress.
Right.
But
the hardest part is starting. That's always
starting and then getting the habit down. Because like for a long time, I really wasn't consistent with like working out.
Yeah, that's how I was too.
Yeah, it's because it's hard to like figure out a routine.
And it's hard to stay consistent, guys.
Yeah.
But once you figure it out, it's like it becomes addicting.
Yeah, it's fun.
I think it's just discipline.
It is discipline, especially doing it whenever you don't want to. But also, you gotta genuinely find it enjoyable. That's why I don't go too crazy when I work out. Like,
me neither. I'm like, honestly, I'm just there for like 30 minutes, for like an hour. Some people say that for like the whole day.
Bro, Jesus, bro. Although some people also like they procrastinate with their sets because they do heavy ass weights. I'm sure I'll probably get there at some point, but I'm just barely starting, bro, with working out and stuff. So I don't have it on this one, but on my new journal, I write down my workouts.
Okay.
That really helps with it too. I just love writing, bro. I can't emphasize a better habit, and it really helped with coping with smoking too. Okay. Because when I couldn't talk to anyone about it, there was one way I could express it, and that was through this. I mean, bro, there was like one day, I think it was like February 20th, I wrote 8 pages.
Dang.
Just all shit in my head because I had no one to talk to about it. So I really do recommend writing, and also writing down to-do lists, writing down quotes, reading the Bible, writing down verses. That stuff really helps your brain a lot.
Dang. That's good, bro. It's really good.
I really recommend it. Another book that I don't know if I recommended this one. Did I recommend this one?
You finished it from start to
finish. Yeah,
finish,
start to finish. You're too good to feel this bad. it doesn't have bullshit in it.
What's the title called?
This was like the first one that I ordered it because I was like, I want to get into self-help. I didn't read it. I got like one of the first step of making a habit is making it obvious. So if I buy a book, right, I'm not gonna want to put it in my closet or make it visible. Excuse me. So I just had it in my closet. So I wasn't gonna think of when I was gonna read the book. It was just locked away in my room. So once I actually had it out and I started reading it, it was really, really helpful.
Dang, that's good, bro. I mean, like what you're talking about, like with the journaling, writing books, like that kind of just motivates me to start doing that.
Yeah, and you don't gotta go crazy with it.
Yeah,
like
just one day at a time.
Yeah, one day at a time. Yeah, that's a really big thing that I try to push on people is to not don't go all out.
Yeah,
just write like a sentence, read a paragraph.
Right.
You know, run for 2 minutes, work out for 5 minutes. Don't go crazy because you're not gonna stick to a habit if you're making it too hard on yourself. Right. But also make it not too easy though.
Yeah.
You gotta find a decent balance.
Dang, bro. Like, straight up knowledge.
It's just from reading, bro, and writing and figuring myself out. And I think
that's good, bro. That's really good for you. I'm proud of you.
Thank you, bro. Yeah, I appreciate it, and it's just because I did not like who I was before, bro. Yeah. It was really shit.
Yeah.
And I was never satisfied with myself. Like I'd wake up, and it was just like the first thing I think of is just where's my game. You know, but now when I wake up, I thank God like what you do, and that's it's a blessing to wake up every day.
It is, bro. You gotta take it every day and just be grateful for what you have.
Oh yeah, without a doubt, because you don't know when something can happen, bro.
Pretty much. Well, before we close off, is there anything else you wanna say before we close off?
I guess I just want to say that be true to you.
Exactly.
Don't try to be someone else.
Right.
And set with new habits. If you're trying to be better, just set realistic and achievable goals. And if you want to be better for yourself.
Amen.
Don't try to be better for other people or to prove something. Do it for yourself, because that's when you're going to be really beneficial for yourself, and then you can benefit others.
Right.
Yeah, I just want to be a motivational speaker. Yeah, bro.
You motivated me.
Yeah, that's what I try to do. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Well, appreciate you coming on to the Prodigy Podcast, bro.
Appreciate it. It was a blessing being here. I can't lie.
Thank you for the knowledge. You know, hopefully what he talks about, what we've talked about, inspires some of you guys. Make sure you guys hit him up on Instagram. What is Instagram?
It's Big Bro Hand.
Big Bro Hand.
Yeah, just because I want to try to be like a big brother for people. Yeah, bro. You know, try to have.
I'll drop his socials down in the description. Make sure you guys check out my boy. Once again, appreciate you, bro.
Of course. Y'all have a blessed day.
Bye bye.
Laters.